Hi you guys, it's your girl Mickey Mic Drop and I'm back on another video. In this video, we will be talking about how to handle your emotions as a woman. And this is how you're going to handle it with grace, with respect, and with your head held high. A lot of times, us as women, we get caught up with our feelings being hurt, like, oh, he hurt my feelings, so da 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 da. We should start talking about how we can have our emotions, we can validate our emotions, but it also does not always have to equal a reaction. And it validates a lot of behavior that we think is okay just because our feelings is hurt. But trust me, like, I understand. You're talking to a girl that used to have her feelings on her sleeve, and with growing up and going through this period of growing as a person, I had to realize I was messing up relationships being like that. I was messing up friendships being like that. Into your emotions, you get defensive. People don't feel like they could be open to you. They feel like that, oh, I'm not going to tell you this because I know how you're going to react. You want to be conducting yourself as a poised, gentle, respected, classy woman, that even if you're going through something, you're going to take that behind closed doors and deal with that. You're not going to be the one crying in the office. You're not going to be the one that starts yelling and screaming. You're calm, you're collective, and you are a classy woman, and I want you to get there, and I'm going to show you the steps to get there. Okay, step 1 is not over explaining yourself, not going out of your way to try to get people that don't understand you to get to understand you. People are gonna go out of their way to try to not understand where you're coming from, not trying to understand your point of view, not understand how they might have hurt you. It is not your job to get them to understand. If you truly want that relationship to work, or you are seeing this person to be like, oh yeah, this person might be the potential person for me. If you have to continuously tell how you're feeling to somebody, I'm not saying to not communicate. What I'm saying is, if you are telling them, hey, I don't like when you do that, or this is breaking one of my boundaries, I feel uncomfortable with this, you should not have to tell somebody more than once that you don't like that. If you already vocalized that once, maybe even twice, you shouldn't have to say it more than once. Like, you shouldn't have to continuously saying it, because at that point, you vocalize your standard, they ignored it. Oh, okay, so you can't really be my person, because my person would have understood where I was coming from, or at least trying to, even if they thought I was wrong. I want somebody that's going to be there to be like, you know what, I care about how this person is feeling. Let me hear them out, and we can come to a compromise on it, or we can talk through the issue, and I can apologize if I ended up hurting her, or I hurted that person, and then we can come to a conclusion. But for someone to bulldoze through the things that are obviously hurting you, they never really respected you. And the way that you gain respect is being able to walk away from situations like that. Somebody's going to respect you way more for walking away for something that's not meant for you, rather than somebody that continuously is there like, okay, I understand they messed up this time, I'm going to give them another try, I'm going to give them another try, I'm going to give them another chance over and over again. Someone is not going to value that. If you are going through a job and they give you chance after chance after chance after chance after chance, and you slacking on the job, and you doing this and you doing that, and you're not really caring about the job, are you really going to value that job? Or are you going to be like, you know what, for a job that you really had to work hard to get, I'm going to do the best I can to make sure that I can keep this job. They're listening to me. We're collaborating to make sure this stuff is working. That's when you see that a relationship is working in both of you guys' benefit, and it's truly a relationship. And I talk all the time about how sometimes people don't really want relationships. Relationships require compromise, they require communication, they require a lot of work that people are not ready to do. And that's back to respecting yourself, loving yourself, and caring for yourself. Because why would you want yourself to continuously going through situations that are not working? Okay, step 2 to being able to manage your emotions as a woman is being able to show restraint. A lot of times in our friendships or in our relationships, we want this person to like us so bad. We want somebody to want to date us or be able to show us attention, and you want this relationship to grow so bad that we start losing ourselves in the process. We start doing things out of our regular motion to get this person's attention, and instead of actually seeing how things progress, you're forcing things to work and or forcing things to move at your pace where it could put the whole relationship, dating, friendship in jeopardy with trying to hold on to the expectations that you have. You are texting somebody or you're going on dates, so this person needs to go on more dates with me, or this person needs to show me this, or this needs to show me that. You gotta start seeing how people are naturally and seeing if that is working for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of times we get into these friendships, these relationships, we're starting dating people and we want them to change before we actually see them for who they are. We have to see them for who they are, and you know what I mean. See them for who they are. See how they love, and see if that's how I want to be loved. That's truly how you have to act in these friendships and their relationships. Just letting them know it's not no pressure. Let all of that weight come off your shoulders. It's not your responsibility to make anything work. It's not your responsibility to force that person to grow up. You're not nobody mama. You don't force anything. You let it roll right off your shoulders. You understand you are experiencing that person for what you were experiencing for, and walking away. As soon as you are getting disrespected, walk away. Because the person that loves you, the person that is truly going to be there for you, the person that is your person, is going to be able to talk to you, wants to communicate with you, that cares about you deeply, and will never put you in a position where you are uncomfortable. The person that you are becoming does not attract that type of people, does not stay in those relationships long, knows how they are valued, knows their worth, and walks away. Showing restraint. We're not sending no long text messages. We're not blowing up nobody's phone. We're not calling somebody over and over and over again. We're not nothing. We're not stalking nobody's social media. Sometimes you just gotta put the phone away. Like, literally, if I had it, I would put my phone in a box and I wish I could put a timer on it, just to be like, you know what? I need time away from this phone because I already know I'm operating in my feelings. Because my feelings is hurt. My ego is hurt. And my ego will sit there and be like, well, ain't nobody like you anyway, or how could you do this like me? How can you do that to me? I did this, and that for you. You have to start liking somebody based off of what attributes are there to connect with. Sometimes, like, I've seen this all over TikTok, all over Instagram, where they say that women like from 100 down to 0, and they're subtracting points as it goes down, like as you do things. You have to start from 0 and you start building. And it wasn't until I started dating And I seen the differences. I seen the differences from when somebody I liked 100%, like immediately when I started dating this person, I liked them off rip. I liked their style. I liked how they talked, how they walked. I liked their just genuine like essence, how they carried themselves. And then I see the little things that they were doing, and they started to subtract off of how much I liked him. Whereas it wasn't until like I was dating somebody that, I mean, saying they okay in my mind, meaning like I didn't have them on no pedestal or anything. It wasn't until then I realized I wasn't nervous. I wasn't putting nobody on a pedestal. I was being myself. I was being funny. I was being charismatic. And that person ended up liking me a lot more, because a lot of times we put this character on as a representative of ourselves. Like the first time when I was dating this person, I felt like, oh, I want to present this imagery that he's gonna like. I'm gonna be this and that. I'm gonna make him like me. Whereas when I was being myself and I was being natural and just living in my essence, that's what made stuff work. That's what's making things be a lot better, even though like that relationship or friendship didn't really work out, because I felt like things were we were a little bit too different from my liking. And it wasn't a bad thing. Like, this person is a great person, but just seeing myself come into these situations two different ways, like it just formed the way for how I will move in the future with dating. I want to be myself. I want to be poised. I want to be classy. I want to continuously work on myself and being the best version of myself for the next person I date. And I will be a little bit more, I don't want to say restrictive, but I will have the person earn the things that I usually was giving out for free. If you have to give things away for free, is it really valuable? And that's a gem. That's a gem right there. I let people earn those good attributes. I do not change myself. A lot of times when I was dating people, I was changing myself so that this person likes me, or changing myself so that even when like people hurt you, I let it change my essence. Like, I started to be like, you know what? I'm not going to do this because you're not going to do that for me. I don't want to be like that. I want the person that I choose to be in my life. Because I'm a person, I like to buy stuff for people. I like to be generous. I like to be charitable. I like to show off my partner. I'm this, and that. And I want to know that the person I choose is worthy of that before I just give that away. And a lot of times we feel like we got to hold ourselves back. No, the right person that will come along is going to appreciate that out the door. And you guys match each other's energies. I don't want to get to that tit for tat type of energy where I'm only going to do this if you do this. I don't even want to act like that. I want to be me in my full essence, being yourself. And then from there, you know what I'm saying? If somebody say they don't like me, or they don't like my personality, or they think that we're too different, or they will wish this and this was different, I will politely pick myself up and walk away. And that's number 3, being able to detach. And I'll make a video on how to be able to detach, but I'm going to give you a little bit right here. Stop connecting yourself to the outcome. Stop not connecting yourself in the outcome. Stop connecting people that might be in your life temporarily to an outcome that you have in your life. Like, your outcome could be, I want to be married. Stop connecting characters to that outcome. If that outcome is where you want to be, that is fine and dandy. But you have to be able to just experience people and in the different places they might be in their lives. It's a lot of people that are just not ready for relationships. They're not ready to be able to compromise. They're not ready to be able to go on dates and be financially invested in you. Some people are not there in their lives. You cannot make them be that way in their lives. You cannot make them want this, and that. All you can do is, if this is not the right situation for you, please remove yourself. I will pack myself up real quick and go take myself elsewhere. And we can't be scared of that, because I think a lot of women are just scared of rejection. And yeah, it sucks for the person that we really like to not like us. It sucks. But we gotta pick it up and move. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely like people that I've hung out with, spent time with, went on dates with, and I was just like, dang, I really wanted you to be that person for me. And it's the hardest part about that is picking yourself up and walking away over and over and over again. And sometimes that can desensitize you of, oh, the first sign of trouble, I'm walking away. No. Analyze the situation. Is this a deal breaker for you? Then you have to move on. You are not in the business of changing people. You are in the business of experiencing people and walking away if that situation does not suit you. There are things that can be compromised. I mean, there are things that can be, like, you can compromise with somebody about. There are things that can be talked about. Like, it's a lot of trauma and stuff that people have gone through. Your job is not to get somebody through whatever trauma that they've gone through. And a lot of times that's for like the second or third step of your relationship. Yeah, you might not be able to see everything up front. People don't show who they truly are at the front of, like, if you first meeting them or you first going on dates with them. People don't really show exactly who they are. But you can set boundaries. You can love the best that you can. You can understand as much as you want. But you have to do what best fits you. Being able to detach from those situations. Walk away. Put your phone away. A lot of times, this phone be getting us in trouble over and over and over again. We be wanting to text that person back. We want to stalk their social medias. We want to, we just want to be in their spirit over and over again. And we don't have a lot of time on this earth. We got to start taking our time seriously. We need to start walking away faster. Because a lot of times we just stay in relationships over and over again. You got the same mistakes over and over again. You're going through the same issues. You argue the same arguments over and over again. And that's a waste of your time. As somebody that has done it, please don't waste your time. There are red flags that you see in the beginning that it's time for you to pack your Louis Vuitton. And it's time to go. Just being able, and a lot of times, even if you do feel like you have to walk away, and this is probably step 4, if you need to handle your emotions, and this is no way of me telling you that you need to go put your feelings in a box and lock it away. You can deal with your emotions on your time. Don't cry in that office, because I've done that. Don't sit there and yell and argue. You sit there, and sometimes you just gotta go in your room, turn that music on, and just cry. Just get it all out. Yell at the pillow. You yell in your own space, your own home, the one that you pay rent for. You do that. because that is the time where you let your hair down, you take your clothes off, you take your bra off, you just comfortable, because that is the sanctuary that you have built for yourself. That is your box. You yell at that box, you scream, you cry, you get mad, you just do things to just make sure that you are in your place. You are in your comfort zone. Because when you go in these other environments outside, you don't have control over everything that goes on. You can't control how people react to what you're saying and what you're doing and going off and crazy like that. That does not serve you. You go, you might be upset, you may be angry, you go home. You take care of yourself, you cry, you drink you a bottle of wine, you drink you a glass of wine. I don't know about drinking a whole bottle, but you take care of yourself. There is no other person that's going to take care of you just like you would take care of you. Walk away. Majority of the situations, the best solution is to walk away. That might be part 5. That might be step 5. The best solution is to walk away sometimes. Some people do not deserve your energy. Some people do not deserve your heart. You keep your words to yourself. Because that man, you can yell, you can scream, you can cry in front of that man. And sometimes some men got their emotions turned off so bad that they just like, oh, this girl bugging. This girl crazy. You know they love how to call us crazy and everything. Center yourself and say, you know what? You right. Somebody break up with you. You know what? Fine. That's great. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to go and I'm going to gather my stuff and I'm going to walk away. I wish you the best. Sometimes the best thing to do is say, I wish you the best, and walk away. Detaching yourself from the situation, dealing with your own emotions in your own space. Put a smile on your face and keep walking. And that's the biggest part of having God in your life, because you can always sit, pray, talk to God, and that's who you spill all your business out to you. That's who you talk to. That's who you just have to put your head down and just pray that things is going to be better. All of these, you have to remember that all of these emotions are temporary. Happiness is temporary. Sadness is temporary. Anger is temporary. Jealousy is temporary. All of these different things, it will go away. You just got to have it in your mind. I'm going to be okay regardless. You're going to be okay regardless. Walk away. As many people walk away from you or you walk away from somebody else, you will be okay. You will survive. You will continue to pray and God will give you your blessings. You just have to know what God has in store for you and just keep moving forward. If you know that you being a good person, you doing people right, you being honest, you living by your moral compass, you're living with your core values, there's nothing else that can be done about it. Hopefully that was able to give you a general idea how to manage your emotions as a woman, how to conduct yourself, how to be classy, how to be respected, and how to move forward in this life, in dating and love and relationships. Hopefully this helped you out. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.